Check control. We are live. Okay. Live. Go. Check control. Okay. Go. Good morning, guys. Let me say afternoon, right? I don't know if you can hear me. If you can't hear me well, please just make sure that you comment on the live chat. You see, you can comment on the live chat. You can comment on the live chat. So today, I've been getting a lot of emails, I've been getting a lot of questions about a lot of people were saying that we are not understanding our Java is doing that, our Java is doing that. So I want us to look into everything. Then after that, we'll see what to do today. Um, there's somebody who actually said she's or he or she they are failing to save uh, their programmer's extension file Java. So, guys, this thing is very simple, right? For an example, let me just create a new part, right? Let me say I want to save this. The first thing that I told you, just come here, language, then you change into Java. Then after that, let's say we're having our class public class spokes, right? Let's say we have something like that, and let us try to write our public static void 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 main, and then we've got string, then we open class like that, right? Let's say we've got something like this and we want to save it. And remember, I tried to help you guys with how we should save our Java. I told you to create a folder on. I remember I told you to create a folder on right here on the C drive. You see, I told you create a folder and name it COM1721. I hope everybody did that, because if you didn't do that, you will have a problem as we proceed further with this course. So let's say I want to save. How do I then save? Because many people are having this problem. Guys, the first thing that you need to understand, I said this over and over and over again, and I told you guys, make sure that your file save name is the same as your class name. And most of you guys, when you send me your errors, I realize that you are failing here. So my class name here, it is what it is spokes. So when I'm going to save, for an example, I'm gonna say save, and then let's say save as, right? For an example, save as. Can you see right now? I'm saving on what? On the folder COM1721, which I created on my what? On my C drive right there. So one thing you see. So what I can do now, I will just come here and write what? Spokes dot what? Dot Java. Why am I writing spooks.java? Because my class name is what is spooks.java. If you change your file save name here and write something else, the compiler will not understand. So, and guys, when you save, right, make sure if you write .java here, make sure that the type, the save as type is all types, and then the file name should be Java. Make sure, please, and I'm saying this again and again, please listen to me, because if you don't do that, your programs will not run. See, after that, I can save, but it won't save because already I've got it's already saved that side. So I just wanted to clarify that. Please guys, listen to what I'm saying, and trust me, I've given you guys an opportunity to say, guys, comment and tell me where you're stuck, and then I will help. I'm free to help. Trust me, I'm very free to help. If you don't understand anything, you can also talk to your class rep, and then your class rep will now talk to me to say, okay, there's this person who's failing here and here and here. You see, then I will then help you. So after saying that, I want to also let's go back to our code. Uh, let's do it. Yeah, let's use this code because this is the one that we've been using anyway. So let us use this one. So guys, I want to show you something, right? Last time we talked about variables, how to use variables, and how to, yeah, you know guys, we are explaining the instant variables and all those stuff. But there's something that I also want to emphasize. Refrain from using keywords as naming your class. For an example, I don't expect you to say class, uh, let's say class this, right? If you say class this, already you can see right here, this is what? This is a Java keyword. So it will not run. So avoid using that. And another mistake that I'm seeing when you guys are doing, um, refrain from this. You see, class space my program. You see, it will not what? It will not recall it. So in other words, make sure that you get it's one word. Or you can use the camel style. You know, with the camel style, it's when the first letter is capital letter, and then just like that. You see, you can actually use that. That is will be more efficient with you guys. And remember guys, Java is case sensitive. Java is case sensitive. Never forget that. Java is case sensitive. So today, I want us to look at how now we can take input from the user, and then after taking input from the user, we just play around. Remember last time I even show you how to add two numbers using variables and everything. So today we're gonna be creating a simple calculator that will ask our user to say, okay, enter this and enter this and enter this. Remember we talked about variables when we are talking about, for an example, let's say int area is assigned to, you see, I remember we talked about this pathing, and I'm quite sure that you guys now know how to declare your variables and everything. So I want to look into that today. So if you didn't watch the last video, go back and watch the last video. So class, let's go back to class books, the one that we know, right? Okay, let's get going. Let's just for now erase this because it's not important. So we've got our Java structure right there. So what we need to do now is to create a program that will take input from the user. So the first thing that we need to do, we need to display we need to display the program has to ask the user. So how do we now write that? So remember I taught you this method to print system.out.print line, right? And remember, comma, this semicolon, it always has to be there because this is indicating that Java should execute the system, the statement till here. So after that, we're just gonna be like enter what's happening, enter first number, just like that, right? We're gonna be like enter first number. Then after that, we're gonna go again, we're gonna type it, or let me just copy it, but for the sake of others, let me just continue to add system dot out dot print line, then enter second number. enter second number. There you go. So this program is gonna help us to what, to receive the input from the user. In fact, what this is gonna do right now is gonna tell the user to say, user, enter your first number, then enter your second number, then we're going to add the two numbers, and after adding the two numbers it will give us the result. So I'm using this example so that you understand first how to now take what how to now receive input from the user. Trust me, it's going to be amazing. So let's say, for an example, let's try to run these and see what will happen, right? Let's try to run it. So I remember I showed you how to compile and run. So what you do, right click right there and open containing folder in CMD. Then there we go. We've got you see, it should show you here C drive folder com1721, which is wonderful, right? So inside there we need to compile. Remember, when we compile, we write Java. We are calling the what, the compiler right there, dot Java. Then we press enter, and then we wait for it to compile. So now it's telling us that oh, semicolon what expected. In our next lesson, we'll be looking more into theory. I'm gonna prepare a little bit of slide so that I can show you different types of errors, so that you may understand. Okay, we've got this type of error, we've got this type of error. Okay, so what is happening here is that the error is because I didn't put my semicolon. So I'm just gonna put my semicolon right there and then go back. When I go back, I'm gonna what, try and what, and oh, I didn't save. Sorry for that. I didn't save. So right now I've saved. So let me just clear the screen and let's try to run it and see if this will work. Voila. So right here it's showing us that we have what? We have now compiled successfully. We have now compiled successfully. So right now what I need to do, let me just bring this here. Let me check something. See, so that people can what? Can see clearly. 'Cause yeah, now I believe we all can see. Or let me just increase it again so that people should see. I don't want people to be struggling with looking. I can also play around with changing the color. Okay, no. Let's play around with changing the color. Uh, text. No, let's leave it like that. It's fine. So you see, Java spokes we called our, and because it is compiled successfully, that's why it's giving us this. So let's try to what, to run. Now when you guys, when you run, you just call the Java and your class what, your class name, then voila. You see, now it's telling us what, enter first number, enter second number, but we cannot enter because we have not what, we have not yet assigned the input variable, of which we are gonna do it very soon. See, I need to change this. Enter is not, that's why it's, yeah. So you see that. So guys, in Java, I told you that Java is an OOP language. You can actually call certain functions which are stored there so that you can use. So we are gonna call a certain function, and that function is called a scanner. We're gonna call a certain function called what, a scanner. Now what a scanner does, okay, somebody has just commented and said, when I want to run the Java program I have written, it says Java is not recognized as an external command. What does it? It means that you have not compiled your Java properly. It means that you have not compiled your Java properly. Please make sure that you compile your Java, you set up your Java environment very well. I hope you are well. So we're gonna import scanner, and I'm like import java.util.scanner. You see, so we are calling what, a scanner. This is what we call a scanner for input. So every time in Java, when we want to use, I think there might be a mistake somewhere there. No, there's no mistake. Every time when we want to receive an input from the user, we use scanner, or some other times, you see, so that you don't call a lot of stuff, you can just use .util like that. You see, when you have now called it like that, it means you have actually called everything in the class. You have called everything in the class. If you're having any problem up to so far, if I'm moving too fast, please tell me. Please tell me. So for now, let us use .scanner so that you understand what I'm trying to do. You understand what I'm trying to do. So after that, we're gonna do something, right? We're gonna separate these two lines, right? We're gonna separate these two lines. So the first thing that we are supposed to be doing now, we're gonna come here in our and then we're gonna declare int import, right? And then let's use int and let me put it like that. I hope you're following. You're following, and I hope you're doing. Just for a moment, I'm just gonna pause so that you guys can now copy the code. Can now copy the code. You see? So can now copy the code. Can now copy the code. After you copy it, then I will now continue because I don't want to move too fast. I don't want to move too fast. Okay, I hope everybody's done. So we can use this method or we can use other methods, but for now let us just put it like that. For an example, let's come here, right? For now, let us just forget about this for a moment, right? Let's just forget that because I want to show you something very, very important that I almost forgot before we write all those things. So let us come here. We need to call what? The scanner. So how do we call the scanner? This is how we do it. Scanner, and you can just write input, or you can use any name. We are just referencing a class. It's assigned to new scanner, then system.in. You see, right there. So system.in is a standard input string. Remember, we want to take what? We want to take uh, input from the user. So this one is the standard input stream. Standard input stream. Remember, that's what we have called it right there. So after that, we are gonna come to our first number, right? And then we're gonna be like, because we didn't declare it up, I want us to declare it in one line so that the code should not be that long. So what we're gonna be doing here, we're gonna be int, let's say a, right? Int a is assigned to import dot next int. You see? So guys, this is very, very important. You must listen to me what I'm about to say now because this is important. If you are using double, this has to change. Remember we talked, these things have to change. Remember we talked about data types. For now, we are using what? We are using what we call integers because we want to take in whole numbers. But if you are using double, you have to change here. So we're gonna repeat this on our second number, right? So in our second number, it will be int a is assigned to input is going to be assigned to input dot next integer. You see, it's going to be assigned to next integer. Right there, all you can see is that, oh, sorry, we have to change this to b, because we are taking two different inputs at the same time. So we're taking two different inputs at the same time. So help, let me know what's happening. Let me check the comments before I continue. I don't want to leave anybody behind. I don't want to leave anybody behind. I don't want to leave anybody behind. Let me see what's happening in the comment section. We've got questions. The problem I have is running the program. When I compile it, it does not show any errors. When I try running out, it shows an error about class name, but my file name and class name are the same. Okay, Tembing Kosi, send the screenshot to your class rep, right? Send the screenshot of your problem to the class rep, and the class rep will send it to me. Then I will be able to assist you. Oh, Lee, so my problem is still on how to install the Java JDK. That's why I can't follow. Okay, even only talk to your class rep, and then she'll direct your queries to me. Then I'll be able to help you as soon as I can. As soon as I can. So, guys, now we have created this code, or we have this code right now. We have this code. Amazing, it's a good code, right? You see, day by day we are what, we are learning something new. And trust me, before these 21 days are finished, we'll already be done. We will be done with this coding thing, and you guys will know a lot of stuff. Trust me, I'm gonna give you exercises. I'm gonna send some exercises to your class rep, and then your class rep will give you those exercises. Now let's get back to the code, because in the code, that's where the fun part is. You see, this is amazing, guys. So let's continue. Right now, remember what is happening here. Let me try and explain what is really happening maybe in this line. So what is happening, we are storing the input that the user is going to enter into what, into variable what, a of data type what, integer. Remember, right here it means that we have created a separate space of which we're going to hold for we're going to hold temporarily what the user is going to type. The same is as here. So right now, we need now to what, to calculate. We need now to what, to calculate. We need now to calculate. So how do we calculate? So we're gonna be like int answer is assigned to a plus b, something like that. So right here, I've declared and assigned in the same place. Oh, somebody can choose to declare int answer somewhere there, or somewhere here, or somewhere up there. It's still fine, but I don't want a long code right now. I want a code so that everybody can be able to see. So if you can see, we've got int answer is assigned to a plus b, right? And we assign it. So the display method is still the same. We need now what, to display system dot out dot print line, and then inside there we're just gonna write the answer is, right? And remember, I taught you guys about string concatenation last time, so I hope you understand what we're talking about that. So as you can see, we are gonna be, it's gonna show us the answer is, and then it's gonna, that variable that is there, this variable that is here, is gonna be what, is gonna be printed out there. So having said that, let us try to compile our program. Let us try to compile our program and see if this thing will work. If this thing will work, let me repeat it again so that you should not forget. Java books and Java. Let's see. You see, we don't have errors. So when you don't have errors, you just come and you see, you see what is happening? Enter what? Enter first number. Enter first number. So I'm just gonna choose any number, 20. Remember, it has to be a whole number because I'm using what int. Then I'm gonna press enter. It's asking me again. Enter second number. I'm just gonna enter 20. Then I'm gonna press. You see, now it's telling me what the answer is 40. What is happening here? So you see, when we set an enter first number and I enter 20, so what is happening is gonna store what? It's gonna store 20 into variable A, and then it's gonna store another 20 into variable B. After that, it's gonna add the two, and then what? It's gonna store them in variable answer. Then after that, it's gonna display the answer. I hope by now we all understand. You can play around with this thing. You can actually change from addition to subtraction and everything. You can actually play around there. But guys, before we go anywhere further, we go and play around with this code and try to change it, right? There's something that I want you guys to now look at that is very interesting. You see, when when you see it is telling me enter first number, but it is I'm entering the first number below. Why don't I enter this number somewhere here? Because so that it can be, well, it can be great, right? This is because of the line part. Because of the line part. You can actually remove this, right? You can actually remove this, and then you just save. Let's try to see when we have removed that what will happen. Let's try to do it. You see, there's no error. You see, now it has changed. It is no longer, when I enter 50, it is no longer going below. It is going straight in the same line of which I want. Let's check. You see, and then let's just say 100 and press enter. You see, now it's showing that it's asking me for what? Now it's asking me for an input in the same line. So when you use the difference between print line and print is that this one will move, or will move the cursor to the next line, and this one will make sure that the cursor is in the same line. Make sure that you understand that, because it's important. I might ask you this question on, maybe on multiple choice, so make sure that you do that. Somebody is asking a question. Int answer is assigned to A plus E. What if I don't write this, the semicolon? It will not compile, because the semicolon tells the compiler that execute this statement until here, and then go and execute another statement on another one, on another line. I hope you now understand what I'm trying to say. So guys, we can try and play around with this particular thing, right? We can try and play around with this code. For an example, we can actually change here into what? Into where is the modulus? Into modulus, where we want to find the modulus of A by B. So we can just save, and we go back to our to our command prompt. We reload it, we compile it, and we say, then let's say 30 modulus by, you see, the answer is 30. It will tell you that you can play around this thing, guys. You see, it's okay. There's no harm done. You see, there's no harm done. So I want, if there's still somebody who's saying that, sir, I have a question, and I think I still have some few minutes of which I can assist. You see, we can even change this into multiplication. You see, we save, then we go back into cell, and then we can do it this way. And our first number, let's say 30. So the answer is what? It's 900. You see, Java is simple, guys. All you need to do is to know the basic rules of how to now write everything in Java. So let me know. Let me Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know if you have problems. If you don't have problems, then it's okay. And remember, next time we'll be dealing with something great, right? So just save the code, and I believe it shall be cool, and it's gonna be very, very wonderful. Any questions? I think there are no questions. So, guys, if there are no questions, we can call it a day. We can call it a day. And thank you guys for always connecting when I tell you to connect. I see your views and everything. Those who are not connecting, it's their problem. When we go back into to class, we'll be looking into something much deeper. Because this is just the introduction. We'll be looking into something deeper. Guys, I gave you two websites to go and watch and work with them so that you can learn and learn and learn and learn. Practice. Practice. Uh, they was asking a question and saying, which operator is this? Oh, that operator is called modulus. Modulus. It's called modulus. It's called modulus. I hope you will understand. You see, this is what I want. This I want you guys to ask me questions and ask me questions. Bother me, bother me. Trust me, bother me with everything that you can. You see, bother me right now while you still can. You see, so guys, I think for me, for today, i will I will stop right here. I don't know if somebody still has a question, but let me stop here.